This is the New Eden update for Monday, April 11th, 2016. I'm Wiggles, and here's a roundup of a few stories from around New Eden. We start today at thematani.com with the report of SMA, or Space Monkeys Alliance, leaving the Imperium. Quote, Space Monkeys Alliance X River announced during his State of the Alliance address on Sunday that SMA would be officially leaving the Imperium. The announcement came after several days of speculation by third parties in the wake of what was a very turbulent week for SMA. The last few days have seen multiple departures from SMA, including corporations such as Minions Revolution and Pwned Play, and notable members such as Carla Pothos and Zach 1023. During his address, River explained in no uncertain terms that SMA would be not abandoning their friendship forged with the Imperium allies, but needed to leave the Imperium and their current theatre of war in order to repair SMA's organisation in light of recent events. Both SMA and the Imperium allies will remain blue to each other for the foreseeable future. River further explained that due to the structure of SMA's finances, rumoured directors and other leaderships absconding with Alliance war chest are entirely unfound. SMA will be moving to the Outer Ring region within the coming weeks. The region is home to the NPC faction Outer Ring Excavations, and known for being comparatively quiet and remote, as well as rich in ore. Crossing Zebras has a report also on the departure of SMA from the Imperium. Quote, X-River began addressing the rumours of corporate theft. He informed his members that over 1 trillion ISK had been transferred to his personal wallet for safekeeping and to deter Alliance thieves. Only set amount of ISK had been made available for the Department of Use. X-River went on to state that build materials for future citadels have been successfully evacuated to safer space and were also secured in his personal stockpile of assets. Given the fact that only just over 2 years ago SMA was robbed of 600 billion ISK in assets, coupled with the volatile state of the Alliance for the past 6 months, this is not a surprising move by the CEO of SMA. SMA has lost approximately 50% of its Sky team, while Diplomatic Corps have essentially been gutted by defectors. Many of those who have departed expressed a variety of reasons for their departure, from dissatisfaction with the leadership to desire for smaller scale PvP gameplay. X-River goes on to say that SMA has been left in the lurch and scattered, with FCs having to beg members to join fleets. In his summary of the military situation, SMA was not really fighting World War B at all. It had suffered a fatal brain and manpower drain. To continue would lead to a slow death of SMA. And New Eden's political landscape is changing more rapidly than it has in years, with the Hell War marches on. Something people seem to forget about monkeys is that they are resilient creatures and with a knack for survival. SMA has had these in dire situations before as an alliance, and always bounce back, and a much more cohesive and dedicated group of friends. Eve News 24 also carries a story about SMA, but we're going to look at another piece there today, which is about why we fight. Quote, Eve has a especially sensitive player base when it comes to these sort of things, and most players tend to learn that early in their careers. The majority of people and most groups' mentalities tend to gravitate towards the one rule: you're either with us or against us. This is an incredibly simplistic approach that leaves you locked into a rigid situation without the flexibility or social mobility. Players tend to rally around the clan, and the only people who can be trusted or worked with tend to stand beneath the same flag. This is a mistake in my opinion. To be totally blind loyal to a group and all those in said group simply because you fly beneath the same banner. Every alliance has its heroes and villains, selfless individuals and cowards, AWOCs as thieves and liars, and the morally corrupt. They also tend to have their fair share of positive individuals who honestly work well together to build something great. These are the people who are truly loyal and are willing to put aside their differences in order to be successful. This is one of the things that makes EVE Online such an incredible game and such an amazing environment in which to grow. The writer says, for me, I will never be loyal to an organisation or a cause or any sort of flag. This is the individual serving besides me, and It is the individuals serving beside me that bind me in any one direction. I honour and respect the group and the flag I may fly under from at any time, but it is truly with the individuals and personalities that my loyalties ultimately lay. The people who I have shared experience with and fought side by side with, whose bullshit have I endlessly listened to, who have worked and are beside me to accomplish goals. These are the people of whom I belong to. These are the groups and players fracture and rearrange constantly, often sending people you respect and trust to opposite ends of the universe. Therefore, I have friends and brothers in all places, and enjoying the game, and enjoying the game and having difficult and different experiences. Sorry for the bad reading there. It's been one of those days. Elsewhere in related content, new blog posts out from Rix Javik about a new song from Sindel Pellion, and Draken about the world of EVE Online. New podcasts out from the following: Talking in Stations, Podside, Clueless Space Nerds, Close Quarters, Declarations of War, a Cap Booster from Cap Stable, Biomast, and last night's This Week in New Eden. Plex prices in the Forge region today are registering an average traded price of 1,019 million ISK so far today, which is down about 2 million from yesterday's closing average of 1,021 million. The top buy order in Jita right now is currently 1,019, and sell orders are starting at 1,026. Skill extractors are trading at 237 million ISK, which is on par from yesterday's closing average. They are starting to be they're on the market at 234 million ISK, and sell orders are starting at 237. Skill injectors are trading down, currently 3 million from yesterday's closing average of 644, currently at 641 million ISK. Buy orders for those are starting at 637, and sell orders starting at 646. Thank you to the people who've chosen to support us on Patreon and have decided they get some value from this show and decided to give a little bit back. As always, you can go to patreon.com/wiggles to find out how about you can support the show monetarily. And it's paid for this behind me. And you wonder what this is? It's a green screen. It helps. Anyway, I need some lights. I'm going to get those soon anyway. And I know not everyone can support monetarily, because not everyone has the cash, but what you can do is tell your friends and your court mates and your alliance mates about the show, tag some people on social media, let them know. That way, it allows us to, have people here and all that. It's good. Thank you. You can find out all the ways to support at newedenupdate.com/support. And we now broadcast live on Twitch and YouTube while we record it as a podcast to go out later that day. If you have any feedback, you can send that as an email to me at feedback@newedenupdate.com. You can also send us a tweet at newedenupdate. If you like the typing long form, you can put a comment in the show notes, or you could leave a review on iTunes. That's even better. You can also check out our sister website, totaleve.com, to find out all the latest headlines, blog posts, podcasts, Reddit posts, dev posts, events on in your area, all that stuff over there. That website again, totaleve.com. This has been your New Eden update for Monday, April 11th, 2016. I have been Wiggles, you've been you. That's a blast from the past, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for listening or watching.